I have an answer to the question Andre put a few minutes ago about the horizontal approach of funding, if you rather have a large ministry for culture or horizontal approach. Well, within Germany at least, and the federal states we have, the horizontal approach is not working. The structural funds are being governed by the economic departments within the federal states, the economic ministry, not the cultural ministry. And there's a really fierce fight between the cultural and the economic department, because now of the structural funds, the money within the economic department for cultural projects is much larger than the funds the cultural minister has. So the power to really do cultural policy is shifting away from the cultural ministry to the economic ministry, with the disadvantage that he has no idea what culture is about. He has never done it for 20, 40, 50 years. And he doesn't even understand that a dancer is a company. He thinks a company is somebody who has 50 employees. And so there is really education being done within the economic ministries now in Germany to get them understand what is culture about. This education is not being funded by the European Commission, but it's being done on a freelance basis by each company on its own. And this is not working, frankly said. So as long as you don't have a policy reform on the national level, so that you have something like a department for horizontal activities, it will not work the way you envision it.
So what can we do to make it work better?
Very quickly. You know, I'm a former state secretary of the present government of Slovenia, okay? And I mean, it is, from my experience, you're right, we need a horizontal department in order to manage this. What I really, I mean, I could ask the same, you know, what is the purpose of reconstructing a castle within the Ministry of Culture? Ministry of Culture is thinking about the use of museum, maybe some kind of tourism facilities, and this is then more or less it. So the culture has to be in a horizontal level, has to be interdisciplinary, you know, in the government thought. And it is always the political decision of the certain government what will be the value of the culture in monetary terms. Not just everybody is saying that culture is important, of course. And I'm stressing again, you know, today, this is a process that we hope that will, in 5 years, not only that German government, the federal governments, you know, or because the structural funds are on the regional governments, so also in Germany, so that not only the Germans will have this awareness raised politicians on the side of economics, but also other governments.
You know, this process you're describing will mean that in the meantime, for the next 5 years, there will be tremendous mistakes during this learning process. If you want something like a department of horizontal activities, there might be 2 examples which are being implemented in Germany. In Germany, the Minister of Culture is something like a state secretary integrated within the President's Chancellor's office. And the Chancellor's office is something like a horizontal department. And we have the same thing in one federal state, where the Minister of Culture is integrated within the federal's presidency's office as well. So if this culture is going to the president's office, then the president can have the horizontal power to all other departments. That's the way it's been done in Germany in two instances.
I mean, this is...
I know you like that.
No. You know, it is simply, so far, the experience is showing that there are 2 things that should not be, let's say in coalition governments, that should not be led to the, outside the Chancellor's office. One is reform, so reform should always be with the prime ministers. And the second is development. Development is too dangerous to be put to one ministry. Maybe the third one is a culture.